Cleat position on shoes, it's probably one of the biggest questions that, again, that I do get asked a lot of the time.
I came from the mud, there's dirt on my hands. Strong like a tree, there's roots where I stand. Oh, I've been running from the law. Hope they won't shoot me down soon.
It's something that a lot of people, I would say, that struggle with. You know, like you get like your cleat. This is probably one of the most common, Shimano and Look. And it's like, well, where do I stick it? What we generally find is for a lot of triathletes and time trialists, then cleat back the way to go, really. And the reason for that is it can take like the calf out of the equation quite a bit for your run. But also for time trials, it normally means that we can drop like that back angle a little bit. If you look at some triathletes, they even go to the extent of going to like mid-cleat, which it kind of, what that means is that you totally take your calf out of the equation, but you'll probably end up dropping the saddle quite a bit. For most people, say if we looked at like this cleat, you're always going to have what we call like this metatarsal joint. And if you look at the cleat, it's actually, it'll always have like a line. So there's a few ways of getting into this. For some people, you can push into it and then you can mark it with a pen. And the idea then is that you get the cleat position and then you'll get this alignment like here with the line of your metatarsal joint. Sometimes if you get like, say like a carbon shoe like here, you won't be able to feel it at all. So what a great way of doing that is if you get like a ball bearing or something that's quite pronounced, and then you can stick like a bit of tape over onto the metatarsal joint, you know, like in your foot, and then you'll be able to push into it, mark it with a pen, and then you can mark like the line across. So, and then that will determine like where this cleat position is actually going to go based around like this metatarsal joint. Sometimes you just have to be careful is, say if you do push the, you know, you'll push the cleat back, it can alter like your saddle position as well. So that's when getting a professional bike fit can like really help. You know, it's not just a matter of going, oh yeah, I'll just stick it back, you know, like it will change your cleat position and your saddle height. And then we generally find it might be that if you know, like more of a track cyclist and you want that bit more of acceleration, that the cleat will go forward a little bit. It's quite individual. You just got to kind of mess around, see what works for you when it comes to that. And then one of the biggest thing is like, we've got like the fore and the after of the cleat as well. All that is it's just trying to get like, you know, if you looked at your like front arm, we've got like this knee trace, we're able to move the cleat accordingly. And sometimes it might be that you might just have to rotate the cleat depending if you've got any knee pain or whatever that is. But realistically, it's probably where, you know, getting a professional bike fit is going to come into it, because there's so many things they can do around like the foot itself. But it's a great way to start, you know, like when you first get your, you know, your new pair of shoes, and then you're like, okay, well, where do I stick them? When it comes to like, we've got a Speedplay cleat here, because on the Look, you'll probably see, you've probably got like 1 to 2 degrees, you can go like left and right. Where on the Speedplay one, we've actually got like, you know, like this 5 degrees of left and right movement. So if you get somebody that's, you know, they might be really tight around the hip, the legs might bow on, bow out, then we can change like this cleat position. But on Speedplay as well, you can actually change like axles and stuff. That, but again, that really does come to a professional bike fit. Generally speaking, on the Speedplay, we can probably get it a bit further backwards. It'll give you a good start on where, yeah, you know, like you need to work from. And then obviously you've got like, on Speedplay, you've got this ability to adjust like the float, and you can get some of the cleats that will give you like really good float. Like generally I don't like too much, but if you are just starting out a Look cleat, you probably want, you know, like you can start on the red one, which will give you the bit more float. We've got the grey one that will give you a little bit less, and then you've got like the black one that again will give you, yeah, hardly any movement at all. The only thing that is worth noting, if you ever go from like a Look cleat to like a Speedplay cleat, there's around, you generally have to drop like the saddle height like 3 millimeters, sorry. Again, you can raise like the stack height because it's not quite as high. So it's a great place to look at cleats. Hope that gives you a bit of an insight. Good luck with it.